Pizza power!
The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, primarily based on the 1987 animated series, is a love letter to all things Ninja Turtles, an instant classic. In my personal opinion, it's one of the most impressive and enjoyable beat-em-ups of all time. Konami, the developers of the game, would manage to outdo themselves, however, with its sequel, Turtles in Time, which was not only released in arcades in 1991, but also ported to the Super Nintendo the following year as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, in order to continue the numbering that the previous games had adopted on the NES. The SNES port is actually considered by many to be the superior version of this game. It added extra levels, restructured some that were already present in the arcade game, and also stuck in a few new villains as well, which is always welcomed. Footage of that version will be scattered throughout this video, just FYI. Much like its predecessor, Turtles in Time lets you play as all four of the Ninja Turtles, allowing you to dish out punishment with standing strikes, jumping attacks that differ depending on how much airtime you get or how long you hold the attack button down, and unique special moves that can be performed by pressing the attack and jump buttons at the same time. But now you also have dashing attacks in your arsenal, cool slide kicks you can do when you hit the attack button at just the right moment mid-flip, power strikes that occur when you land enough consecutive hits, and you can now slam foot soldiers into the ground repeatedly to damage nearby enemies. Though the original was no slouch in the gameplay department, I do find Turtles in Time to be even tighter and more responsive with its controls, even if it's just a tad. On the surface, Turtles in Time plays almost identical to its predecessor, but the reason I find it to be a stronger experience than that first game is because of its use of time travel. It not only beefs up the story to a degree, but it also means that there is more variety to the level locations. It's not just New York City and the Technodrome, like it is in so many other TMNT games released around this time. The narrative here centers around Krang in his giant exosuit, stealing the Statue of Liberty on live TV, which is just ridiculous. So ridiculous that it's amazing. Shredder then appears and taunts the heroes, while they're chillaxing in their sewer hideout. Is chillaxing a word people still use? Anyways, when they do end up finding Shredder, he traps them in a time warp and sends them through various time periods, in the past and future. You've got the prehistoric times, with foot soldiers riding dinosaurs, the golden age of piracy on this giant pirate ship, the Wild West on a moving train, a futuristic neon city on what appears to be a highway of some kind, and the final frontier, outer space. Once you've conquered each of these stages, you make your way back to the present, to the Technodrome, and have a final showdown with the Shredder. This time he levitates into the air and slashes at you with this green sword that looks almost like a lightsaber. Once he's defeated, he backs up and stumbles over the railing, presumably to his death. Shredder isn't the only TMNT villain you go up against in this game, though. You encounter Baxter Stockman, having now transformed into his mutant fly form, Metalhead, Cement Man, Toka, and Razar from the second live-action film, Secret of the Ooze, Leatherhead, and Krang, twice, once as Super Krang, in his android body, equipped with wings and jet boosters, and the other in a flying saucer-like vehicle that releases small robots and can imprison you within these gray bubbles. If you play the Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time, though, you also get a boss fight against the Rat King at the end of the Sewer Surfin' bonus stage. The mutant snapping turtle Slash replaces Cement Man at the end of the prehistoric level, and Bebop and Rocksteady, who were in the original arcade game but absent from Turtles in Time, make an appearance at the end of the pirate ship level, dressed as pirates themselves. Toka and Razar, who were the original bosses at the end of that stage, still appear in the SNES port, just that now they have been inserted as sub-bosses within a new Technodrome level that occurs before the Turtles get flung through time by the Shredder, which now happens in the Technodrome level and not in the sewers like in the arcade version. At the end of that new level, you battle Shredder as he pilots this tank, shooting at you with guns and reaching for you with extendable claws in this cool first-person perspective. To damage him, you have to weaken Foot Clan soldiers and throw them at the screen. The final boss fight against Shredder at the end of the game is also different in the SNES version. Instead of swiping at you with a green lightsaber, he transforms into Kevin Nash, Super Shredder, as seen at the end of Secret of the Ooze, and starts lobbing fireballs and other energy-based projectiles at you. This is fucking awesome as shit, and makes the ending of the game on the SNES even more epic than the original arcade one was. Though I find the SNES port of Turtles in Time to be superior, it's the longer game, it includes more content in it, both versions are still a blast to play, two of the best in the beat-em-up genre, and easily two of the greatest video games in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. Before I get to my review of the recently released Shredder's Revenge on the Nintendo Switch, I have one more of these TMNT games I want to look at, one more of its spiritual predecessors, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Hyperstone Heist, on the Sega Genesis. Stay tuned. I want to thank you all for watching my review of Turtles in Time. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on this iconic game down in the comments section below, and also which version of it is your favorite, or which version you prefer to play, the one for the arcade or for the Super Nintendo. I will see you all in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and always stay nerdy.